Hi, this is Ken McCarthy with Jazz on the Tube, and today we have a very special guest talking about a very special event, Bobby Sanabria. Welcome, Bobby.
How you doing, Ken? Thanks for the opportunity.
Good. I'm good. So everybody really listen up to this because time is of the essence. On Monday, October 23rd, that's coming up very soon, there's going to be an amazing musical event happening in New York City, the likes of which you might not ever get a chance to see again. Bobby's put it together for the good cause of helping the musicians community in Puerto Rico, and he's going to tell us right now about who we're going to see.
Great. Well, this Monday at La Poisson Rouge, which formerly was known as the Village Gate, the legendary Village Gate, which is located at Bleecker and Thompson Street, we're going to have this big event called Salsa Meets Jazz for Puerto Rico, and it's evoking the old Salsa Meets Jazz concert series that used to happen every Monday night at Art DeLugo's Village Gate, where they used to have a salsa band, a Latin jazz group, and a guest jazz soloist. In any case, this Monday, besides my multi-Grammy-nominated 21-piece multiverse big band, we're going to have NEA Jazz Master Paquito de Rivera as a guest, NEA Jazz Master Jimmy Owens as a guest, NEA Jazz Master Candido as a guest, virtuosic trumpeters Randy Brecker and John Faddis, the great multi-instrumentalist, the legendary David Amram, the Latin Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award winner Larry Harlow, Fania All-Star also, and legendary Fania All-Star conga player Eddie Montalvo, probably the most recorded conga player in the history of salsa. And then if that wasn't enough, we're going to have the great vocalist Brenda Feliciano, Paquito de Rivera's wife. We're going to have the great blues and jazz vocalist Antoinette Montague, and we're having the great poet, Nuyorican poet Mariposa, and the legendary poet, activist, original last poet, Felipe Luciano as well. And we're going to have some obviously surprise guests probably that evening as well. So the concert starts at 7:30. You can get tickets by going to lpr.com. That's lpr.com and order the tickets. All of the money will be given to the Jazz Foundation of America to help the musicians, excuse me, in Puerto Rico who are suffering from obviously no work at all, and many of them have lost their homes, some can't pay their rent, and many have lost their musical instruments.
And I can tell listeners from firsthand experience that the Jazz Foundation of America was instrumental in helping put many, many New Orleans musicians back on their feet, getting them instruments and also sponsoring gigs. And it was a very, very important thing for bringing back the entire community. And Bobby, one last point here. I said that this is a lineup that you're not likely to see again in our lifetime. I mean, has this group ever appeared all together in one place? I mean, it's pretty.
No,
unusual.
but I mean, well, I've worked with all of these people. They're colleagues of mine as well as friends, but all of them have appeared at one time or another at the Salsa Meets Jazz series as guests during the time period that series happened. The Salsa Meets Jazz series at the Village Gate was the place to be on a Monday night. The lines would wrap around the block. Art DeLugo, who was the owner of the Village Gate, started it, I believe, in 1960 when it was called Latin Meets Jazz, when the saxophonist Sonny Stitt would play, and he would be backed up by the Machito rhythm section, and they would perform standards done to Afro-Cuban rhythms, and then Sonny would invite soloists up that were colleagues of his. And then it morphed into the Salsa Meets Jazz series in the 80s with when the promoter Ralph Mercado took over along with his partner Jack Hook. And Jack, many of you know, was the one-time manager of Mongo Santa Maria and Alan Freed, the rock and roll promoter. And he also was a silent partner in the original Birdland. So the series has a hallowed history. I remember playing there with the Mario Balza Afro-Cuban Jazz Orchestra, the Tito Puente Orchestra, with Paquito de Rivera, when I was a member of Mongo Santa Maria's group, Johnny Alfonso's group, Luis Perry Cortiz's group. So I have a long history with the series. So when Bryce Rosenblum called me up from, well, he contacted me from the Poisson Rouge, which is the new name of the club, and asked me to put could I put something together. I said sure. The first thing out of my mouth was, can you do it on a Monday night? And right away I thought of the concept to revive it, revisit it, etc. So it's going to be a fantastic evening. The tickets are priced at various tiers: $100, 70, I believe 50, 35, 25, etc. And they're selling out fast. So I would encourage all of you to be there, because it's going to be historic. And on top of that, if you get there and you want to give more money, you certainly can. And all of the money will, as I said before, go to the Jazz Foundation of America. Nobody's addressed the situation of musicians in Puerto Rico, and I thought Elena Martinez, my wife, she was the one that came up with the idea of giving it to the Jazz Foundation, and the Jazz Foundation was ecstatic when we got in touch with them. Wendy there, Oxenhorn, and Will Glass, over there. So, and they've already helped about 30 musicians down there. So this is really going to help them out in a big way.
And I want to reiterate, they have a great track record of delivering for musicians. They're a great group. They were really instrumental in helping New Orleans get back on its feet. And this is reviving this old tradition of jazz and Latin musicians getting together to jam, which goes back for decades and decades. And you're going to see the best of the best, and for a good cause. So that's Monday, this coming October 23rd, Monday at the Poisson Rouge. LPR. It's a really simple domain name, just 3 letters, LPR. You get there, you buy your tickets. As Bobby said, there's different price points for every budget, and all the money goes to help the musicians of Puerto Rico. Hey, Bobby, I know you got to run, but thank you so much for the time and putting this together. I'm going to be there. I can't wait to see it. This is a historic event, and it's for a good cause. Guys, if you live in New York City, just go. If you can get there, even if it's a long drive, it's worth staying up in a hotel and seeing this, because you will not see this kind of lineup again, possibly in our lifetimes. And this is a critical time to be sending help to Puerto Rico.
Right, and all of the
Bobby,
music. I'd like to reiterate that all of the 90% of the music we're going to be doing on Monday is going to be of Puerto Rican composers. It isn't a jam session. This is a formal concert that anybody would give the skin off their back to see one of those guest solos with this incredible orchestra that I lead. It's 21 pieces. Like Ken says, you're never going to hear or see anything like this again. And I want to thank all the musicians that I mentioned for being so gracious. I was able to put this together in like less than 2 days. They all got back to me immediately, and they all said yes. It was amazing. So my hats off to the musicians. We help. All we do as musicians is to inspire people, and obviously hope in some way educate them, but to inspire them. If this isn't inspiring, what's going to happen Monday night? I don't know what is, but it's definitely going to be historic, and you'll be there. You'll be a part of history, most definitely, if you come.
Absolutely,
and you'll be helping a worthy cause.
Yep, and again, that domain name is L as in Larry, P as in Peter, R as in Robert, lpr.com, La Poisson Rouge, and you can buy your tickets online and be there, or be square, as they say. All right, thanks, Bobby.
Thanks, Ben. Thank you. Bye-bye.